What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today, I'm going to hit you with another reaction video, which involves a man who called into Dr. John Delony's show to find out how to get over the fact that his wife cheated on him with a coworker. But honestly, I think Dr. John went way too easy on this guy, and what he should do about his situation, perhaps even setting him up to get cheated on again by the same woman. But let's not waste any more time and get into the mess.
What's up, dude? How can I help, brother?
Well, been struggling to kind of overcome something internally, even though it seems like on the outside everything's cool. Back very early in the year, I discovered that my wife was involved in an emotional affair with a coworker.
It's always the coworker.
And since then, we've been doing the rebuild process, and I mean, for the most part, I mean, things are actually probably better now than they was before.
Yeah.
But I just can't seem to get these, as you described them, light bolt thoughts. Like they just kind of come out of nowhere, thoughts about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it's not near as bad as it was. It's definitely getting better.
How long ago did this happen?
I made the discovery in January, and now it's October.
Okay.
When it comes to getting cheated on, how you find out about it matters a lot. There's a big difference between someone coming forward, which almost never happens, and finding out on your own, just like this caller did.
How'd you find out?
Well, it's a bit of a story, but my wife came home one day in August and told me about a new friend she had made at work. And over the course of months, it seemed like they was talking way too much outside of work, and I was uncomfortable with it.
What do I always say about these new friends at work? Whenever things like that happen, you always have to be weary about what your partner might really be getting up to with this person.
And I tried discussing it with her, and she kept telling me it's nothing.
Yeah, the guy you don't need to worry about.
I don't know. One day I woke up in the middle of the night, and I just had a feeling, and I checked her smartwatch, and then I saw the last message that she had received from him was, "Good night, baby, I love you." And then I confronted her the next day about it.
Did she come clean?
Yeah.
Did she show you all the text messages and pictures and all the things they'd exchanged?
No, she did not completely open up her phone to me.
Why not?
Because if he saw what was in her phone, the things that really went down between his wife and this guy at work, there would have been no coming back from it.
She wasn't up for it, and I didn't push for it. But I probably should have.
You should have, because hey, you're playing a charade. Because I think you know there's more there.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Probably, because my understanding is the only thing that happened between them, on a physical level, was kissing.
Okay.
But obviously I've not read through all their text messages and stuff, so all I have to go on is her word, and obviously she lied to me.
Right.
First off, he started by saying that his wife had an emotional affair with this guy, but she admitted to kissing him, so it was a physical affair too. And we all know that it didn't stop at kissing. This guy's her coworker. They see each other all the time, so I doubt it'd be very hard for them to hook up if they really wanted to.
And you know as well as I do, she didn't slide the phone across the table and say, "I love you more than life itself, and I'm so sorry. And yes, I have a crush on a coworker, and I've been inappropriate, man. But nothing else has happened here. Look." But when she looked at you and said, "Nah, you can't see that."
I know I said there's a big difference between finding out on your own and your partner coming clean. But in this scenario, I don't even know if I'd trust whatever she was trying to show me in her phone. There are so many ways to hide messages or apps you can use that make it next to impossible to check someone's chat history. So even then, she might only be showing or telling you the bare minimum in order to clear her own conscience. I mean, if she was chatting with this guy on something like WhatsApp, they could have a normal chat and a secret chat, and the secret chat isn't something you'll ever know was there. And unless you know the code she set up for it, you'll never find it.
Dude, as far as I'm concerned, that tells me what I need to know. There's more to it. And it may have been sexting. It may have been, hey, let's meet up here at this hotel. Who knows what was there? The problem is there was something left unsaid there. And can I give you one more thing that I think's equally, if not more heavy?
Yeah.
You didn't ask, and you've lost trust in you. Right?
Right.
It most likely wouldn't have mattered if he asked. I mean, if she was willing to hide this whole thing from him, she wouldn't have told him anything he couldn't prove. That's just how cheaters operate. Even when you catch them red-handed, they'll still try to deny that things are happening.
Definitely, as far as, don't get me wrong, I do love her.
I know you do. I know you do.
Or I wouldn't have tried to work through this.
No, I know you do.
But
and I don't think your marriage is over.
While I like what Dr. John Delony does on his channel and think he gives a lot of good advice, I disagree with him here. And that's mostly because I'm not in the market of forgiving cheaters. For me, cheating would lead to an immediate breakup because I don't want to build or continue building a life with someone I can't trust. When someone cheats on their partner, what they're saying is that you don't matter. And if they somehow ended up fucking up your life by giving you an incurable STD or getting pregnant for another dude, well, that's just the price you've got to pay.
But I don't think y'all may be performing better. Y'all may be kinder, talking about things, laughing more, going for walks, putting your cell phones away when you get home, all that kind of stuff. But she still doesn't know that you're wondering what was in that phone that night.
Yeah, the whole relationship's a lie.
right. This actually did make me feel better at the time. And it did for a few days afterwards. But I don't know if it'll have any lasting effects. I think part of it might be just because of, expecting the phone call and kind of rehashing everything in my head again.
Of course.
But
and let's go there. Let's say she slid her phone across the table, and you read through all the text, and they were gut-wrenching. I think you're hilarious. My husband never laughs like you make me laugh. I can't believe you kissed me, but it was kind of awesome. Like, you saw all that.
Yeah, and don't leave out how she loved being folded like a pretzel and filled up like an American pie. It's the little details that count.
She just handed it to you, and she'd never sent him topless photos, and her phone wasn't filled with pics, or like it was, right?
Right.
You then, a year later, you said, I agree, I'm all back in, we're going to rebuild something new. Then you have to make the choice to have 2 or 3 images of your wife, of y'all together, laughing, having fun, being silly, when she is a ray of light in your life. And the moment that lightning bolt hits, you can't stop that. It happens. But the moment that hits, you have a choice immediately following that. And that is, am I going to either pull out that picture out of my wallet or my phone and look at it and meditate on that?
I don't see why someone should have to jump through all these hoops in a relationship. Life's long enough, and I'd much rather not add to the drama that's already coming my way.
So glad we stuck this out and we're building something new and amazing. And I'm going to force my energy onto that photo or to that memory.
Okay.
Or you can choose to meditate on what was. On that thought, and then the kiss, and then where was his hands on her body. And you can go down that road, dude, and you're going to get enraged and mad again. And then you're going to get mad at yourself again. Like the whole machine will kick up again.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to heal.
I know. But you can't just take something away. You got to have something that replaces it.
Gotcha.
And you, by committing to stay, said I'm back in, which means I'm not going to keep bringing this thing up, and I'm going to do what I need to do to heal so we can come back.
He should replace her with someone new, and hopefully, someone he can actually trust to not stab him in the back as soon as he turns around. There's a good chance that he won't ever fully get over this, and years down the road, he's still having flashbacks of when his wife cheated on him. This sort of thing isn't rare, and you'll find countless stories online about people who are going through this exact thing right now.
I did do something of a healing gesture on our anniversary, because one of the tragedies about this scenario is that it only happened a couple months into us actually being married. But on our anniversary, I took a piece of paper, and then I wrote down like different things. Well, I didn't actually write the things down, but I made like a list basically, even though like the things wasn't listed on the list. And I said things that I've done to hurt you, things that you've done to hurt me, and we burnt the paper. And I told her that I didn't want things from our first year of marriage to come into our second year of marriage, and I wanted to start fresh.
Cool.
The fact that this all happened just a few months after they got married should tell you everything you need to know about the future of this relationship. What will she be like in the future when their relationship hits a rough patch, their sex life dies down, and things just aren't as exciting as they were in the beginning? Unless she fundamentally changes as a person, she's most likely going to cheat on this guy again.
And maybe you're at a place now where you can say, okay, I'm not leaving you. I love you. I like what we're rebuilding. But one thing is haunting me. That night when I asked you, to see your phone, and you said you weren't ready for that. Where were you hiding? Did you ever send him topless pictures? No, I didn't. Did you, Rick? Really? What was in your phone? Because it's making me crazy still.
Okay.
And if she said, all right, I'll tell you. You got to be prepared for what comes.
As I said earlier, unless this guy has proof of something going down between his wife and this guy from work, she's not going to offer up that information. So for me, having this conversation is a waste of time. In the super rare chance that she admits to sleeping with her coworker, she'd say some shit like, "It only happened once and we used a condom." But the truth is, he was painting her innards and coating her walls like there's no tomorrow. The people in the comments didn't really agree with this relationship continuing, saying stuff like, cheating in the first year of marriage is a huge sign that they didn't mean their vows. Of course, it's never okay, but cheating during the honeymoon phase is absolutely insane. John, how about saving the guy a 20-minute phone call and telling him to cut his losses and find someone else? Anything else is doing this guy a huge injustice. I agree with this commenter. I just don't see how you move past this, and it's not even like they've been married for decades. It's been less than a year. Bro, just end it. You picked the wrong woman and she did you wrong. It could be worse. You could be raising some other man's child. Cut your losses and get out of there. Tons of women out there. And we'll do one more. If you're reading this, end it. I wasn't married but was cheated on in a relationship I was in for like 6 months. I tried to stay with her, 7 years, and it just never left my mind. There were times where she would kiss me or hug me, and all I could feel was disgust and anger. I did not like who I became. Just leave, man. Your foundation has been broken and you will not be able to build on a broken foundation. God bless. And this last comment is the exact thing I mentioned earlier regarding the fact that even years later, people find it hard to move past getting cheated on. In my opinion, you're much better off moving on from someone who's unfaithful so you don't have to put yourself through this sort of trauma. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And if I don't see you down there, I'll catch you in the next one.